Hello and welcome along to this roundup video of my little Daihatsu Hijet, which has been a little project for me on my YouTube camper conversion channel. This video is showing pretty much the final product. The van's now fully complete and it's about to be listed on eBay, hopefully to find its new owner to take it away on some camping conversion, or sorry, some camping trips. So, what have we got? The van itself, little Daihatsu Hijet, as you can see it's a T-plate, it's a 99, so it's 19 years old, but it's only got 120,000 miles on the clock, so that's, what, 6,000 a year average, something like that. It's the 1.3, so it's a little bit more nippier than the 1 litre that's out there as well. Now, I've only had this van 6-7 weeks. I bought it purely as a conversion project, and now the conversion's fully complete. As I say, it's time to now pass it on to its new owner, who will hopefully enjoy the conversion that I've done. So, what have I done to the van? Well, when I first got the van, it was literally a mattress on wheels. The previous owner was an Australian traveller who'd covered around about 15,000 miles in the previous year. He travelled in this van all around Europe, all around the UK, and then when his visa was about to expire, he was on to America, so that's when I snapped it up. When I got the van, I stripped everything out, took it right back to bare metal. I've documented every single every single job I've done on my YouTube channel. So if you want to sit back and literally watch me convert this van job by job, every single job is there to see. So as I say, when I got the van, I gutted out all of the old, as I say, mattress on wheels that was inside it. Took it right back down to an empty panel van. I saw a little bit of rust on one of the inner arches for the driver's side rear arch on the inside of the van. So that was ground back, that was treated with some rust treatment and then painted with hammerite. After that, I've then ripped up the old flooring inside. It had a chipwood floor. I've taken that up, I've laid a proper 12mm ply sheet down for the flooring as well, and that covers the entire floor plan of the van. On top of the ply, I've then insulated the ply. I've put some UVA foam mats on top of the ply, and then as you can see there, I've got some Altro safety flooring on top of that. Now this Altro flooring, it's the same type of stuff that you see in offices and hospitals, ultra hard wearing. You can't really pierce it by standing on a nail or whatever. It's super tough flooring, this stuff. It's my preferred flooring of choice. As I say, it just doesn't rip, it doesn't tear nowhere near as easily as normal lino does. So, after I replaced the flooring, next was insulating the panels. Now, because this is a panel van rather than one of the minibus versions, there's no windows in the upper panel, so that means I've been able to squeeze insulation into that top panel, this top panel, behind that panel there as well. Basically, this van is as insulated as it could possibly get. Every single panel has expensive Celotex insulation inside it, and then above the headlining, it's got a full sheet of Jab Light insulation going along the roof lining as well. Again, it's all documented on my channel. After the insulation was put in, it was time to carpet the van. As you can see, I've carpeted every single bit of bare metalwork in the van, because if there's any exposed bare metalwork in a camper van while you're away, condensation will just build up on the metalwork, and then that condensation can run down onto anywhere that is carpeted and start getting that carpet damp. So it's always best to try and cover any bare metal, any exposed metalwork in a van, get it all carpeted, and that means there's going to be less chance of any condensation building up inside. So all the metalwork was carpeted, all of the ply panel work, including all around the sliding door, that's all been carpeted. I've made a brand new headlining for the roof, along with side panels, and again, they're carpeted as well, and they're secured in with a few securing brackets. So once all the metalwork was carpeted, all the ply panel work was carpeted, the roof lining was carpeted, I've then fitted in a little 28cm skylight, as you can see there. The skylight itself sits right in the middle, and it opens up just to give a lovely little bit of ventilation more than anything else. It's not really there as additional light, because I've had it colour coded. It's there more for ventilation and to get rid of any fumes while you're cooking or anything like that. So after I'd put the skylight in, again, the job's on my channel, I've then fitted a window in the sliding door. Now all the jobs I've done on this van have been to have it officially registered as a DVLA camper van. Now the DVLA do have requirements that they need to see evidence of, and that includes a sliding door window, storage, cooker, water storage, this, that, the other. and basically I've gone through and I've ticked off every single checkbox to make sure this can be registered as a camper van. So once the window was in, as I say, I've fully carpeted both sliding doors, but this one's more blocked off. It's still accessible, but more for storage underneath the bed. So once the sliding door was done, I've then taken out the old original seats. I say the old seats were 19 years old, they were getting on, they were looking tired, and I managed to pick up a set of Mercedes Recaro seats with very, very little wear at all. The driver's seat is actually perfect condition, and the passenger seat, it's not even a hole, it's just showing wear on two little places on the seat. But I say they aren't even broken through, it's just little wear marks. But I say for the sake of taking out the old seats, these are so much more comfortable. They don't affect the height in between your leg and the steering wheel. It doesn't affect your headroom either. I'm 6'3" and I can fit in here perfectly with my legs under the steering wheel without my head touching the headlining. So it's been designed to accommodate anybody of my size or above really, and if you're shorter than 6'3", you won't have any problems at all. So there's Mercedes Recaro seats in the front, and these are bolted onto the engine cover and they're still flipped back as they need to if you ever need to get access to the engine bay underneath the seats. So once I swapped out those seats, it was time to start building the sofa bed. As you can see, I've created a lovely L-shape bed. Now you wouldn't necessarily think it, but this bed can sleep anyone again above my height. I'm 6'3". I can lay down once this bed is made up and have wiggle room at the end. It's that spacious. It doesn't look it. I say standing back, you would not think that this would potentially suit anybody of 6 foot or above, but I'll even make the bed up in a second just to show you. But as I say, it's a cracking little build this. Now the bed itself sits on top of where the battery storage is, so I've just done a little cutout, and under there is your starter battery. So there's full access to that still underneath the bed. Also under the bed I've got a little 240 hookup going down there, and I'm going to include an RCD plug, a safety plug for there, because I haven't got a trip unit installed. So as long as it's got an RCD plug connected to this, and then any extension leads or connections plugged into the RCD plug, it's the same as having a consumer unit. Now again, under the bed I've got flip down fronts all the way around, and the amount of storage you could have under there is ridiculous. There's plenty of room under there for as many clothes that you might be wanting to take away with you. You could squeeze a portable toilet under here, you could possibly squeeze a little compressor fridge. There's loads of room under here with additional storage under the front part there as well. Now on this one, this is a removable section, but again I've got a little drop down bit, and that's just for quick and easy access storage more than anything else. Now to gain access to either the engine bay or the gearbox cover, you just need to remove these cushions, and that little bit pulls out, and I'll show you how quick and easy that is now. So grab that cushion, grab that cushion, move that one, and then this entire section, if the driver's seat was a little bit further forward, this entire section just lifts out of the way in seconds. And then under there you've got your gearbox cover, and it also means that the seats in the front can now also flip back to give you access to the engine bay underneath. And as you can see, the seats flip all the way back, and the driver's side also goes all the way back. You just need to wind the backrest forward a little bit, and then that gives you full access on the driver's side as well. Just clip the seat back in. There's the seat back there, and if you're going to make the bed back up again, it's literally this removable section back in, just slots straight back into place. Put the cushions back on, and that is the bed back in the bed position. As you can see, it's that quick, it's that easy to be able to get access to the gearbox cover, the engine bay cover, this, that, the other. You're talking under 60 seconds to remove any parts that are required for access, and then you can get straight in and do whatever you need to do. Now I'll just show you the actual bed in its made up position as well, and again how quick it is to do. The bed itself just has two little pull out sections, and they just mount on this kitchen bit. A second. So there's two little pull out boards here that sit on the kitchen. And then once those are in place, you just pop that cushion down there, that cushion on the end, and there you go, there's the bed made up. It is literally that quick and that easy. And if I just take my shoes off for a second, don't want to get the bed mucky now, do I? But again, I'm 6'3", and as you can see, I'm laid down quite comfortably here with more than enough wiggle room at the end. I can move across to that side as well, and again it's still just nice and comfy. There's no issues at all, and again loads of headroom. If I nudge right across to the side, you can sort of see the amount of space, so you can see it's easily a double sized bed in here as well. Easily be able to squeeze a second person in comfort without any issues. So that is the bed made up. As I say, it must be able to sleep at least someone 6'5", maybe even 6'6". As I say, I'm 6'3", and that's how much space I've still got left at the end. Plenty. So I just got this made back up into the sofa bed. And again, when you're putting it back into the sofa bed, it's literally moving 3 cushions. Pop that one back up there, a little end one on there, the backrest that goes in between the seats back up, and the boards just slide away underneath. It's easy with 2 hands, obviously. There we go. That's the bed now made back into its sofa bed position in, again, what was that? 30 seconds, if that, something like that. So again, no issues at all in here. I've had 5 people sat along this sofa, and again that's been sat in relative comfort. And again, you can see I'm 6'3", and my head's not even touching the top. Might be a little bit of hair brushing at most, but I could quite easily live with that. So as I say, there's no issues even if you're that taller, just sitting in it as well. So after I've done all of the sofa bed, all the cushions, I've cut the cushions to size, they're all custom made as well. For the DVLA requirements, you do need some sort of table. Now because this is the kitchen build area and there's not a massive amount of prep area, I've got a little table here attached to the door. It's got a little retainer on, which means that it folds flat against the door so it doesn't catch the bodywork when the door opens up. But you just lift that, open the water storage container cupboard, and there's a little table, a little prep table for preparing any food, cuppers, anything like that. And then again, just to put it away, just flip straight back down, put the little clip up, and that stops it catching the sliding door. So that's, DVLA have considered that a table because I've had the V5 back. The van's now registered as a camper van, so that met their requirements. Now for the kitchen build, that was one of the last things I was actually doing on the van. I have a 2-burner camping gas hob on there, on this side. Now because it's going up against the carpeted ply panel back, I've got a full metal heat guard splashback here. This entire unit can just be removed just with 2 screws, one there, and it just lifts straight up and out for easy cleaning, easy access, and then slots straight back in again. Literally, again, you're talking seconds to remove this entire splashback. That will protect any of the carpet work against it, and there's also a couple of little splash guards that sit into the slots, So when the rear door is shut and you put the splash guard in there as well, that protects the door as well. The splash guard on this side protects the sink from getting all fatty and stuff like that. Now for the actual hob, I've built a dedicated gas storage cupboard. Now in this cupboard's actually big enough to house up to a 6 kilo propane or a 7 kilo butane bottle. Now in here I've fitted a brand new flexi pipe going up to the hob, a brand new regulator, and this cupboard has a gas retaining bottle clip, and under the bottle there's a drop out hole for safety as well, just in case there was ever any sort of gas leaks. It would drop out of that hole rather than accumulate in the van. Now on the other side I've got a lovely little stainless steel sink here. As I say, that's even got an overflow protection, which you don't really see on small little sinks of this size, so cracking little unit this one. It's wired up with a brand new micro switch tap, which is connected to a brand new submersible pump, all down there. Now in this cupboard I've basically created this as like a water storage slash kitchen utensil cupboard. But also in the back there's a little splash guard bit of ply there, and behind there I've got a leisure battery as well as a fuse board with individual fuses for all of the electrics. So for example, I've got USB and 12 volt charging sockets there. I've got the 12 volt micro switch and pump, and I've also got downlighters as well. So each individual electrical item in this van has its own fuse, just in case there are any issues. Now for lighting in the van, I've fitted 4 LED downlighters in the headlining, and they're all wired onto a remote control dimmer switch, so they can be turned on and off remotely. You could have this little remote control on the set of keys, so you could literally turn the lights on in the van as you're walking back to it. And so they are dimmers. I don't know how well it'll make out, but it will dim right down. It's just a bit bright to show the difference really, but that's very dull compared to what it just was, and then brightens back up again. So it just means if you don't really want some really bright glaring lights late at night time, when you can just dim them right down to however you want them. I also forgot to mention, on the sink itself it does have external drainage, so it's got a full waste pipe. It's going down, but it's actually had a hole drilled into the floor, and that drain pipe just drains externally. So all that means is that any grey water can be either ran away depending on where you're at, or it can be collected in a grey water container just for easy disposal later on. So internally, as I say, it's got USB charge sockets. It's also got your 12 volt like laptop charger slash cigarette charger socket as well. So they're all there, they're all ready to go. So internally, that's pretty much everything covered. Obviously the sliding door is all carpeted as well, and that's just got a little cutout there just to get your finger in for the door release, just so you can open the tailgate door. Now it's still got the original wheels on, so I've just placed some hubcaps on. These are Tino hubcaps. They've certainly brightened up and made the van look a hell of a lot better than the original steels. You can change these wheels for alloys, but they're extremely hard to find. It's a fitment of 4x110, and apparently the vast majority of alloys that had that sort of fitment, you're talking 1970s Mazdas, things like that, and just to try and find them, like rocking horse droppings basically. So I've just put some trims on just to neaten them up. As I say, it's got 240 volt external hook up there, so you just plug your 240 volt in and that'll give you your 240 inside the van. Now after the van was finished, it wasn't the greatest of condition when I first bought the van. Somebody had previously roller painted Hammerite paint all the way around it. I had to get rid of that because they'd literally rolled it up to the roof line and stopped around about half a foot up onto the roof. It just looked abysmal, but it also meant it was a good opportunity to take the van right back, have a look, see what the condition of the metalwork was in. Now I managed to strike a deal with a local body shop where I did all of the prep work, and they gave me a reduced price because all they were doing was just spraying, nothing else. So they didn't do any body work, they haven't done any filler work, this, that, the other. All the body work was done by myself. Now because of that, you can see occasional swirly marks from where I did prep. Now if you look at the same panel in bright sunshine, all you see is metal flake, like this one. And as you can see, the metal flake itself looks absolutely lovely. Just hope the camera's going to make it out. Shut that door properly as well. As you can see, the metal flake itself just transformed the look of the van. It just sparkles and shines. Doesn't matter what angle you get it at, as long as it's in the sun, it just sparkles and glitters away, as you can see here. Now, as I say, the paint job itself, 100% professional from a proper body shop painters, but because I did the body work, it's not 100%. Now, I asked the body shop how much they would charge if I was just to take the van in and for them to do all the body work, all the prep, and then spray paint it, and they said you'd be talking around about £2,000 to £2,500. Now obviously I wasn't going to be spending that, so that's why I managed to get the reduced rate and just asked them to spray it. It's been sprayed close to its original blue, not quite 100%, but not far off at all, and a hell of a lot closer than what the Hammerite was it was on previously. So as I say, I think it's come out absolutely lovely. The only issue is, as I say, on occasion you can see occasional swirl marks underneath the paint from my bodywork prep, but the paint itself 100% spot on. The panels themselves are all nice and straight, as you can see. Not really any dents or dings in any of the panels. The worst affected area was the rear door. That did have a big dent going around there and another one around there. The vast majority, as you can see here, is now out. There is the smallest of ripples, but I'm just being straight up here. I'm not trying to fool anyone into thinking this is a 100% perfect condition van. It's not. It's 19-year-old, but it's still a hell of a lot better condition than what you would expect for its age. As I said, down the driver's side as well, panels nice and straight, no dents, no dings, as you can see. The only issue is the fact that you can sometimes see some of these swirly marks under the paint from the bodywork prep. But as I say, if you looked at these exact same panels when the sun's hitting them, you can't see these marks. All you see is the metal flake that you see on this side. So I say that panel will pretty much be the same as the other one, but all you see there now is just the nice glitter and sparkle. So there we go, that is the van now completely done. So now it's time to crack on with the next project that I've got. So as I say, this van is going to be going on eBay soon. If the auction's still live, I'll actually have a link in the description of the video below. So if the link's gone, it means the auction's ended and the van's on to its new owners and its new adventures. So do check the description. If the link's there, have a look at the eBay page, and if you fancy this van, by all means, as I say, it should make a cracking little camper for someone. So I hope you found this video useful. As I say, this is my entire completed conversion of my little Daihatsu Hijet. It's taken me 6 weeks of weekend work, a couple of long weekends, but still you're talking around about 14 days of work, something like that, all in to get it all done. So there we go. As I say, every single job I've done, it's all documented on my channel, job by job. So do have a look there. You can literally sit back on an evening and watch me convert this entire van from an empty panel van into what you see here now. So if you found this video useful, do give it that old thumbs up, hit the subscribe button below, and as I say, do look at my channel and check out every single job I've done on this van step by step. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in the eBay auction, good luck on the bidding. And as I say, I hope this van finds its next owner that's going to appreciate all the work that's gone into it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.